what I'm reluctant to do is, so my other page is for mainly for family, but some high school friends or whatever, just to just to have some. Now, before I was using it as a means of, just remaining connected to my family. You know what I mean? But now I want to use it as a means of connection to family and friends, but also dawah too. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm not doing is my actual work. I'm not posting on the family page, not the articles, not none of that, not the teachings. I realize if I post that stuff there, that's like way beyond their scope. You know what I mean?
Where in Kenneth Ingram?
Yeah, it's way beyond. I can put those little, you know what I'm saying, little quotes that I'm coming up with, inspirational quotes or whatever. I can drop a little bit of some Islam, but I can't really do it. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. So what it's looking like to me is that Kenneth Ingram is the American personality, and Aqil Ingram is the Medrasa. See, if for some reason there's a personality crisis when it comes to knowledge, because people want to look at you like one way and you want to be yourself, and then being yourself doesn't always line up with their imagination in terms of the knowledge that you're disseminating. It's like nah, you just shake. It's like you ain't supposed to like that. And then when you like that or you like this, they try to get next to you in a certain kind of way, because that's their world. Now you in my world. Now let's talk about it. It's like, nah, I'm never in your world. It's just an ode to the fact that I'm paying attention and I'm in the world. But that Kenneth Ingram is a test for your understanding. It's not that those people on there are not educated. It's just another realm. It's another format. All of the principles are comprehensive. When really it's basics, and by the time you get to the ulum, we don't have respect for the ulum as it should be, because we was talking all of this science talk with basic morality principles. You know what I mean? Basic getting through here and getting through there. So I like the fact that this could be a test for you, that you could get your quotables. You could work on your dawah from a perspective of just engaging with society and their education level. And it's not that they're not educated. It's just that they're not paying attention to that vernacular. They don't know the Arabic culture. They don't know the Quran. It's like what you call proof ain't proof. Or just coming with this science and coming with this language that's foreign to the people. And if anybody really buys into that, they're easily impressed. And you don't want somebody who's easily impressed. You want somebody like Classic. Man, me and Classic had a nice conversation yesterday about him going to church with his family, and him not believing in Jesus at that level. So, but he says, I believe in God. I believe in God or whatever. It's not that. Oh, what happened in this joint? Yeah, he says, I believe in God or whatever. It's not that. But he says, I'm open and receptive to all. I don't like this fanatical approach to, I don't want to have animosity towards us, because I don't agree with what you're trying to present to me. I'm coming in with good etiquettes. I'm coming in with good manners. I'm coming in respectable. But now you're imposing something on me because you believe that what you own is the truth. And my daughter's caught up in this, and so I'm trying to tell my daughter what I believe in and what I think is right with the world. And you guys are making me out to be some sort of, you're monitoring that. You're trying to, you're talking religious. You're talking like you get it, and how you deal with me. But then I look at your actions and it's hypocritical. And I said, Dad, Classic, man, that's a really good observation. I said, what you're going through isn't religion. What you're going through is exactly what you said. It's fanaticism. The people want you to believe what they believe. They want you to acknowledge what they acknowledge. They want you to commune the way that they commune. but they don't have respect for the real most important component is you have to believe. You have to be shown proof. You have to be patient with, and it has to be done with a certain manner. It has to be done with clarity, with detail. And if those conditions aren't filled, what's the expectation now for somebody who just doesn't know? You do believe in the Creator? He's like, yes. So regardless of how you believe in the Creator, do you believe that if you sincerely did not know, or you looked at this person and all you can see from him was his bad deeds, and he's trying to tell you something that you don't trust, because it's only a trust issue at this point. I don't trust that you know what you're talking about or that you even believe in it yourself, because look at your actions. So now you don't trust the messenger. That's what you're going through. But the concept of monotheism, the concept of fellowship, the concept of prayer, the concept of the higher being, the Creator, finding ways to connect with you via your senses, via your intellect, via your rational ability. Where is that platform at? So when I removed the layers, I said, yo, what you're asking for is what you're yearning for, and what all of mankind wants. They want to remove all of the debris and the blockage from the path to them and their Creator. And that's all that Islam is presenting to you. Mm-hmm. So when you talk to him like that, he's intellectual enough to understand that you guys are being fanatical right now, and I don't got to accept that. Mm-hmm. He has enough knowledge to know that this doesn't make any sense. And he has enough knowledge to know that I hear everything that you're saying, but that you guys didn't read any of this Buddha text over here. The guys making a lot of sense over here, And it's a lot more peaceful than what you presented to me all my life. I mean, I'm just saying, that's the kind of guy we want, the thinker. Because now the intellectual properties, the proofs, the evidences, now they're landing on someone who's processing them, and then when he takes his shahada, guess what? He's going to be a lot stronger as a du'at, because he understands why he took his shahada. And that's not the case with the majority of the people that walk around claiming sunnah. It's a click. It's not an arrivement. It's not an achievement of studies and actualities. Mm-hmm. So you got that going for you on the Kenneth page. Whereas the Aqil page, it seems like you're preaching to the choir, which is great. The choir needs the deacons, the choirs, those people need a little bit more. They can handle the vocabulary. They can handle the principles, the names, the scholars. But on Kenneth Ingram, man, shoot, when you talk to your mom, she don't mention to you her teachers in college and all that. You just talk to her and she gives you her education. That's America. American education isn't that you reference every detail of your education. You have the education, you charge for it, period. I drop a couple schools that I went to, that should be enough. I gave you my degree, that's enough. I don't have to sit there and translate and validate and connect and reference. I don't have to do that in conversation. And that's what the brothers are doing. And that's turning the kuffar off because they don't even understand it. It's like, yo, man, I don't care nothing about these names, man. Give me some principles, give me some concepts. Let's have some debate with philosophy. Let's talk about culture. Let's talk about American history and how it relates to the world. That's all the Americans is really thinking about.
And you're right. And what's showing that to me is, out of everything that I'm posting, the most response actually comes from the quotes that I make up for myself.
Yeah, man, because not we, but the people, it seems like they want to get close to you. And your education is a barrier. It's a block. It's a wall. It's a wall between your thoughts and your perspective and your feelings, because they really want to know your feelings. The Muslims have become robotic and out of touch because of being able to layer all of these narrations and all of these ayats around how they really think about these topics and these feelings, you know, or these issues. They don't. You're not getting there because it's like the Sheikh said, you know, we don't debate, we don't interface, we don't. But then you're doing it for others. You're doing it in sports. You're doing it with government. You're doing it, you know, with street politics. You're still doing the things that you say we don't do, but you're doing it with dunya, and you seem like that's not any fraction or any foul doing it there. But no, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's idle talk. So when you're coming with what you're coming with, and you remove all of the Arabic, you remove all of the statements from the Salaf, and you just give them what you know life to be, what you know understanding to be. You give them you're going to get a lot more of an emotional, loyal connection with that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do it the other way, you're going to get superficial people who are looking for a superficial experience. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be this. Everything has to be that, because they're using that to assert authority over somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. They don't want to be vulnerable. Now, if you give a class or you write a book, you put your references in the book, in the appendix, in the index.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the references go. The references don't go in your everyday conversation, and that's what social media is representing, your everyday conversation.